Hello everyone! The closed beta test for version 5.2 will start tomorrow, and we'll finally be able to see CHASCA and Auroron's gameplay. But today, we have complete information about her kit and playstyle, including her skills, burst, talents, constellations, and her signature weapon. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The source of this information is X1 and Sealy Leaks, and it was also reposted by PTL and Fowl, so it's reliable but still subject to change during the beta. Starting with her normal, charged, and plunging attacks. Her normal attack is called Feathered Strike, and she can perform up to 4 consecutive bow shots. During the charged attack, she performs a more precise aimed shot with increased damage, similar to Ganyu. While aiming, strong winds gather on the arrowhead, as we saw in Shilonen's trailer. Fully charged arrows will deal anemo damage. During the plunge attack, she fires a shower of arrows in midair before striking the ground, dealing AoE damage upon impact, which sounds similar to Amber's burst. Moving on to her elemental skill called Soulbind Pursuit. CHASCA resonates with the will dwelling within the weapon, unleashing AoE anemo damage that is Night Soul aligned. Upon casting, CHASCA gains 80 Night Soul energy and enters the Night Soul infusion state. In this state, CHASCA consumes Night Soul energy continuously, and the Night Soul infusion ends when the energy is depleted or the skill is cast again. In the Night Soul infusion state, CHASCA gains some special effects. First, she rides the Spectral Spear Ritual Staff, increasing movement speed and resistance to interruption. In this state, CHASCA hovers, consuming Night Soul energy to keep flying. Similar to Wanderer's energy bar, dashing or ascending consumes additional Night Soul energy or fuel. When performing normal or charged attacks, based on tap or hold, CHASCA performs multi-aim attacks in different ways. In the tap version, she deals anemo damage that is Night Soul aligned to enemies in front, and this damage counts as normal attack damage. In the hold version, she enters aiming mode, loads the magazine, and targets a certain number of enemies within a certain range based on the charging time. Then, she fires up to 6 chasing bolts at the designated targets after charging. If held for an extended time, CHASCA completes the reload and fires X number of chasing bolts directly at the selected enemies. Moving on to her elemental burst called Soul Strike Assault. CHASCA focuses her will, firing a Windrend Soul Strike bolt, dealing AoE anemo damage that is Night Soul aligned. Afterward, the Windrend Soul Strike bolt splits into 6 Soul Seeker bolts that target nearby enemies. About the Soul Seeker bolts, they deal anemo DMG that is Night Soul aligned. For each Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro character in the party, 2 Soul Seeker bolts convert into Radiant Soul Seeker bolts of the corresponding element, dealing anemo damage that is Night Soul aligned with that element's properties. Moving on to her passive talents. Her first talent, Trick of the Bullets. When using multi-aim after casting her skill, if there are 1, 2, or 3 Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro characters in the team, there is a 33%, 67%, or 100% chance to trigger Spiritual Conversion, converting the 3rd chasing bolt loaded into the magazine into a Radiant chasing bolt of the corresponding element. I know it sounds confusing, but you'll get it after watching her gameplay, which should be out on Wednesday or Thursday. Her second talent, when a nearby character in the team triggers Night Soul Surge, CHASCA fires a blazing chasing bolt at nearby enemies